So I just put on these new TRX emblems, and I've seen a lot online where people have this kind of facing more level or sometimes more facing up. So I kind of tilted it down to mimic the Hellcat logos, and I think this, to me, looks a lot better. And I do like the little red eye. Kind of matches the red and black theme of this truck. Yeah, I think that looks really good. And then I did the same on the front here. Same thing on the front. This emblem is tilted down a little bit, like the Hellcat logos. And again, I do like the red. Gives it a nice pop of color. You can see I'm working on the tow hooks. That's just Plastidip. There's another shot right there. Coming over to this side. Really good quality too. Okay. So if you're wondering how I attach this emblem to this grill, I basically attached it to an area like this. Now you may notice that this here and this here stick out more than here. So you can see they're not level. So all I did is put some double-sided tape like so. And that way these 3 points that I've got my fingers on are all level. And basically that emblem is sticking to this piece. So I'll show you. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little hard to see, but it's basically stuck to this. So I stuck this like that, and then my emblem sticks to that using double-sided tape, and it's really strong. Like, that's not gonna move. So you see all these little chips on the bumper? So I figured out a way to get rid of those, and basically what I do, spray some black Plastidip in here and get a little tiny detail brush like this. Just dab it on. Now the Plastidip will kind of level itself off. And when it dries, it's going to dry to kind of a matte finish, and it almost perfectly matches this bumper. Because when I first got this truck, I had these huge paint chips all over this bumper, and now you can barely see them. So there, and that was the biggest one. But you can barely. Right there. You can barely see it standing back. It looks a lot better in my opinion. So I just dab it on, and Plastidip will kind of level itself off. I mean, when you stand back, this bumper looks still like it's new. But you don't see any of those paint chips. Like, I had quite a few over here, and you can really barely see them. So just some Plastidip, spray it in there, dab it on your brush. That's it. And once this dries, you won't even see it. So I'll probably end up putting maybe 3 or 4 coats. So let that dry. Like I said, it's going to level off. When it's dry, I'll come back, fill it some more. Okay, so these are the paint chips that I was referring to. Just grab the Plastidip.